Caravan sale on the 2nd of September 2017 for the year. This is the Lyseo Time integrated 690G van. It's a rather elegant van. It costs just over 70,000 euros. And just get the exact dimensions here, which are 699 times 232 centimeters. In the back here we've got a large garage which can take 350 kilos with the same size door at either end, meaning it's easy to get your bike in and out depending on how you've parked. Some of you might have parked right close to you, don't worry about that, you just use the other end. You've got an XL door because people are getting fatter, with a window in, which is quite useful when you're turning left. You've also got a big window here. This is a very nice window because it also gives assistance. This is one of the advantages of the integrated van over the non-integrated van, semi-integrated van. But we'll do that on another video, what the pros and cons of each type. Right, as you come in, let's come around the back. It's one of these ones with the two double beds. It's got it two single beds. It's got it in the form as you'd have for night use. If it's being used as a double bed, in fact, you can sleep that way, you can sleep that way, you can sleep whatever way you want. And under here, we've got additional storage under the on both sides. You've got hanging space there. In here, we've got a toilet, and a shower. Now, where is the shower head? You're probably wondering. Well, it certainly isn't up there. It's behind there, and you do that. Get behind this false door by opening that up like that. False wall, I should say. And there you go. There's your shower head. Personally, I prefer it when you don't have to open this. I'm not so keen on these. I had one in my own van, but I didn't actually open it. I like to see myself in the shower when I shave myself. I like to see myself on my face when I shave anyway. It's usually a good idea. You've got a duct board down there, which is quite handy. Two plug holes at either side, which is domestic, and the toilet. There's plenty of room there to access the toilet, so that's pretty good. Here in the you've got space, loads of space for prep in this position. That's pretty good. Dometic 3 burner and a sink with a large domestic plug hole. And down here in this version we've got an oven. So you can do pizza in there. A small pizza, but it is a pizza. Some potatoes or something like that, very nice. Yeah, we've got more storage. Now look at the size as well of this, the depth. You can get stacks and stacks of pans and whatever else you want to get in there. You also got access to your gas, and up here two 230-volt plugs. The kitchen, I would say, is pretty good. There's the Thetford Tower fridge, storage below and above. Now here we've got even more hanging space, so there's no shortage of that. You take lots of stuff. I've shown other vans with this design and with this white leather, with this sort of inset, which I thought looked quite good in the semi-integrated version. I don't think it looks so good in this one. Now, one thing about integrated vans is though they do tend to put the beds above the passenger part. And another thing I'm going to point out whilst I'm here, there's a step there, so the floor isn't flat. Let's come into the passenger seat and sit back and admire the view. Oh, hey, this chair's really good. You know, I like that bit above the hanging space, the wardrobe, with you can see the Truma eye nets, and you can see the electrical and water settings. That'd be great to have some plants up there. Of course, if you had the plants up there, you wouldn't be able to see the television, but it depends what you want to look at, doesn't it really? Here we have the blinds. blinds come out like that. At the end here you've got a magnet, and the magnet attaches to that strip down there. You've got blinds at the front, magnets on them, and they meet each other in the middle and they close there. Now let's have a look at the bed situation. Well, I'm standing up here now and I'm not actually touching the bed. Alright, so I'm sitting down, I'm going to stand up. Do I hit my head on the bed? No, I don't. Right, I can live with that. That is not a problem for me. My argument about beds over the seats is banging your head and having to crouch unnecessarily. In this case, it doesn't happen. So that is pretty good. Now this vehicle is only 230 centimetres wide. One thing though, when you get an integrated van, is it looks as though you're driving something which is much wider. A lot of this is indeed perception. So whereas, for example, you might get in a semi-integrated van, it's 235, you feel confident. As soon as you get into 230, which is narrower, you feel as though, oh, what's going to happen here? It's a bit big for me. I think it takes a bit of practice to drive these things. Actually, a lot of driving is, I think it is in your mind. I heard about a study done by the Trigano group, which showed that people were, particularly female drivers, were frightened of driving high things, and to me it seems a bit odd to be frightened of the height, but I can absolutely understand being frightened of the width. Of course, everything's in the mind, so I can't understand it, because perhaps I'm not frightened of driving something which is high, but it doesn't mean to say that somebody else won't be. A bit like being frightened of spiders, I suppose. It's not really very logical. Right, final look. It's a very nice van, this. Well, other than a couple of points I made about the bathroom, for example. But I think I prefer the semi-integrated van. If Burstner were to come up to me and say, look, you can have whatever van you want, I think I'd have the semi-integrated one.